And welcome to the
Gadget Spot.
Shut up, Jarron.
Hey, I wasn't
That's
part
my
of
line.
I wasn't part of that.
The best part is I didn't even tell him to do that. I was just
Oh, that's what
implying.
we agreed to.
Oh, what?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't agree to it.
That was not a Google
No.
chat that I was involved in.
And welcome to the Gadget Spot.
Oh, hey, guys.
Felt good to get that
Yeah.
out.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay.
Here we
All
are.
right, it's been 2 weeks. Here we are again. We got a lot to go over today because we got to do some really cool stuff
Oh, yeah.
over the last 2 weeks.
Pretty much
Well,
the coolest thing you could do in Utah.
most of
Yeah.
us did.
Three-quarters of us did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three
But we're
quarters.
going to kick it off as usual with introductions and then emails. So starting with Owen.
Hey there, I'm Owen. You can follow me on Twitter at TechNoan. And my Xbox One gamer tag, which I did buy that subscription that you sent me.
Attaboy.
Yeah, I did
Nice.
it. I emotionally did it. I told you why.
How much did you end up spending on it?
37, which is pretty
That's
good.
not bad.
No,
For a
that's
year?
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So my gamer tag there is Mordieth84. So it's MORDEITH 84.
Bam.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jarron.
I'm Jarron at Jarron on Twitter, and I'm Vinegary Jarron on Xbox, and Geronimo on PlayStation Network.
Is that the end?
Are you feeling a little tired today? Here, have some more jelly beans.
Okay.
All right. James.
You can find me on Twitter at JDDJensen, or if you are on Xbox One, you can find me at Funeral Taters. That's Funeral Space Taters. And yeah, let's play some Overwatch. I've been getting back into it. Hold on. Yeah. I've been getting back into Overwatch lately.
Is that a jelly bean?
Yeah, I was chewing it and trying to talk at the same time, and I could hear myself chewing.
It's a swallow one. You swallow it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like gum.
Yeah.
And
Well done.
yeah, let's play some Overwatch now that it's Halloween themed.
Ooh. And I'm your host, Tony. Find me on Twitter at QuadTTony or on Xbox. If you see me on there, I'm usually playing Black Ops 3 or Halo lately.
Oh,
And
yeah.
That's all caps, fat space Tony 117. Now
Funny because it's true.
I know this for sure
Oh.
because I double checked. It is all caps, fat space Tony 117. No space between Tony and 117.
Yeah.
I think in our, I'm gonna make a new banner for us for Facebook. As much as I like the one
Good,
that we
get
have
those
right
creepy-
now.
I
Get
love
those-
the cats.
No, get the creepy
No.
cats off of there.
I want to see if we can get that one you made with the looks like a Rubik's Cube coming together on there.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
Do
that's
you
pretty dope.
love the cats, James?
I do love the cats.
Thank
I'm
you.
actually taking an 80s style photo tomorrow at work with my cat. Gouda. He's
Oh,
awesome.
is that going to be the new Gadget Spot?
No.
Banner?
No. So, but I think in the new banner, I'm going to have our Twitter and our Xbox
Hey, that's good.
gamer codes. That way you can
Good
find
idea.
us.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to be revving up the marketing for Gadgetspot here a little bit more than I have been. Because I haven't done like anything. So starting this week, you should see more content coming out.
James, earning his keep.
I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, yeah, boy. Proceed.
Okay, let's hit up the emails.
All right, the first email we have from Adam. I think he's emailed before. He says, hey, Gadget Spot. Second time writing in. Oh, I was right. And you guys are still awesome. I promise this will not be as long as the last one, so I noticed on your most recent podcast you had suggested a 1060 to someone and then suggested getting SLI later. Just want to send a reminder out that the 1060 cannot do SLI,
Yeah.
sadly. Tony, you have failed
I
this podcast.
failed. I realized that later. The 1060 doesn't even have SLI connections.
Is this your first redaction that you've ever had to do on the podcast?
No,
Second.
he's been wrong before.
The other one was something PlayStation related. I
No,
think.
you said, you got the studio wrong for
Oh,
Insomniac
that's right.
Games or
Yep.
something like that.
You know, we can't all be perfect.
That's
All
embarrassing.
the time.
And you said that Gears of War was the first HDR game for Xbox, and that wasn't true either.
Gears of War 4?
Yeah.
What
Any
was
other?
the
Do we have
first?
any other
Four.
flaws we can like drag out in the light?
It was Forza Horizon 3.
No, it was NBA 2K17.
There
What?
it is.
That was?
Yep.
HDR?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Uh-huh.
See, the
A
reason why you
third-party
Yep.
game?
Uh-huh.
the reason why you didn't know that is because nobody plays that
Yeah,
game.
that's very
it's
true.
Crazy,
And
right?
I don't know why I'm remembering Tony's mistakes, not your guys's, but maybe
My
you guys
whole
just
life-
don't have mistakes.
My whole life is a mistake.
I never make mistakes.
You were a mistake.
Yeah, opposites of
Yeah.
the spectrum.
Ah.
All right, so now on to my actual question.
I'm
Continuing
uncomfortable.
on with the email. I am wanting to upgrade my graphics card in my computer, and I wanted your opinion about which card to get. I was thinking about getting either a GTX 1080 or waiting a little bit longer to get a Titan X Pascal. Ooh.
Whoa.
Which do you Which do you think I should get for mostly gaming and light video editing? Keep in mind, I am not able to do SLI or Crossfire because my computer is a mini ITX system, which is in a case the size of a shoebox. I am adding 2 pictures of the computer on the end of this email, comparing the computer to the retail box of my Corsair H80 V2 cooler. Keep on your guys' epic journey. Adam from Phoenix.
Well, Adam, to keep the GPU talk down because I don't want to put these 3 wieners to sleep.
Hey, I like it.
Okay, 2 wieners.
Thanks. I mean, I'm still a wiener, but
So you're talking about almost double the
true.
price if you go with a Titan X Pascal, and you're only talking about a 25% performance increase. So unless you're going 4K for your gaming, I'd say stick with a 1080. But if you're not going to get it right now, wait a couple months because there's rumors abound about the 1080 Ti, which will have more than likely 98% of Titan X Pascal performance and probably come in at a few $100s cheaper. So wait for that if you don't need it now. If you need it now, I'd say go with the 1080 because I got my 1080s and I love them.
How many 1080s do you have?
I got 2.
Do you feel like you're utilizing them both?
Not usually. Yes, kind of.
But it's got to be nice to know that you're set for the future.
That's
though.
the thing is I
Right?
bought it for future proofing uses.
I'm looking at your computer, and it's much bigger than a shoebox.
Yes, it is
Like
about
a
8
suitcase.
shoe boxes.
Yeah, like a suitcase.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Or a small baby.
That's my thoughts on the matter. 1080 now if you need it, and if you want to wait for that 1080 Ti goodness, because I would bet money it's going to come out in the next probably 4 months or so.
Okay, I'll take that bet.
How much?
$500.
Hold on, didn't we have a bet?
Yeah, you're going to owe me $50.
What did I
James.
bet? That the iPhone 8 is going to have the headphone
Yeah,
jack.
yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that was a
Now
terrible
I'm kind
bet.
of regretting that.
they'll never go back.
I'm going to get my $50.
What are you going to do with your $50?
Put it wherever I want.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so we have another email.
Yeah, from Chris.
Oh yeah, Chris.
Friend of the show, Chris from that awesome country named Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Sweet.
Wait, is Ireland a country?
Yeah.
It's,
Have you guys-
it's in the
I mean,
UK,
it's
right?
in the
It's a country, but it's part
That's
of.
kind of debatable.
So what's the
Yeah.
UK, a super country?
No, the
UK is the United Kingdom, meaning
yeah, I know
Britain
that.
and
It's-
Ireland together, and they are or were part of the European Union.
yeah.
But
Now
you
they're
No, they're not.
How does that
Hey,
feel,
hey.
Chris?
Hey.
snap!
How does everybody feel?
listen to
about
this
that
though. UK is a country.
No,
Hold on.
UK,
The countries within the countries are
UK
countries.
is an
UK is
alliance.
not a country.
It's an alliance.
It's an
Just
alliance.
it's like a mini
It's an
version of the
alliance.
EU.
Okay, hold up.
Maybe
So
I made
if you
that
guys ever want a really, really, really good explanation of how that all works, there's an amazing YouTube channel called CGP Grey. He does
That's
the difference,
descriptive.
the difference between the United Kingdom, Great Britain, and England explained. I'm going to throw it in the show notes right now.
I would love that.
Watch it when you get an opportunity to, because he explains stuff, but in like a super simplistic way. He does the same thing with like the Lord of the Rings.
He uses
and
words, right?
Oh, I need
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
He does like
Okay.
what countries own what territories and stuff like. It's really good. So I'll throw it in.
Check that out.
Dumbs it down for us.
So Ireland's
Oh,
not like a
good.
state
Yeah.
then.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, moving along. I would read this in an Irish accent, but I don't think that I would be able to keep it going for
I
as
can
long
try.
as the email.
But you would
is.
look the most Irish out of anybody, though.
I do with my red hair and whatnot. So, hey guys, been away for a while, so catching up with what I missed. Agree with the Apple remove the 3.5 millimeter jack to sell more accessories idea.
I disagree with that. They're only charging $9 for the dongle.
$9 times 50 million is a
Yeah,
lot
but
of money.
how much more are
That's
they
not
charging
much.
for the
They
headphones?
could have charged
That's
a lot
not
more.
much. That's $500
The
million.
headphones-
They're
The
giving
headphones
away,
are-
no, they're giving away the dongle with the iPhone 7.
Yeah, but if you have to buy more, they
Which-
give away their headphones.
I don't think they'll make much money from that dongle. Just
Yeah.
saying. I still think it's a stupid idea, but I don't think they're going to make much money from that dongle.
they might. They personally might not, but third-party companies that are going to have to license that tech from them will.
I think
And
that's,
since they have to pay a licensing fee, Apple will in turn make money.
Think HDMI.
Yep.
Right.
I think that's the first time that sentence has ever been said. I don't think they're going to make very much money from that dongle. Just think about it. Go ahead.
All right.
I stand by my claim.
Well, okay.
I mean, they'll make more money than most accessory makers, but it's not going to be a great percentage of their revenue.
They're making a whole lot more than they would if they included the 3.5 millimeter.
Plus the
head jack.
160 they charge for the AirPods anyway, like
170.
170.
60.
Right. It's
That's how much
169.
those headphones are?
Yep. So
Yeah, I'm going to get some.
Yep.
Okay. You can no longer use any major brand headphones that you wish, and they will most likely charge companies for licensing out of the Lightning connector so they can get more money either way. Like
Hey,
what I just said.
We just said that. It's
Yeah.
like we stole the idea from him.
So, I mean, technically, you will be able to use any major brand you want of headphones. You just have to have the dongle in between. So, he says, yes, it comes with an adapter, but everyone is either going to lose that or forget to bring it with. Also true, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Just another failure point.
Yep. They can, and he goes on further to say that they can't use the waterproof, the 3.5 millimeter jack will keep it from being waterproof excuse because the Galaxy S7 is waterproof and has a headphone jack.
Agreed.
Does it blow up?
No, the S7 does not. That's
the headphone
Sorry.
jack makes it blow up.
that's the
Ooh,
Note 7.
That's the Note 7.
Mine's okay.
That's the Note. That's the
hasn't
Note
blown
7
up.
and the Samsung washing machine. That
Yeah,
turns out
true.
Sad. Pretty sad.
They're having a rough year.
Yeah.
Okay. Now he says this, and I can't remember the reference to this when we talked about it earlier, but he says a swear word. Dun, dun, dun.
The S word.
We can no longer be clean on this podcast. Be marked clean.
We got to keep our
Unclean.
Got to keep our swears down. Now the point he's making is the S word, the swear word for poop, is in limbo at the moment in UK/Ireland.
Now I just feel silly that you're not saying
What
it.
if they put an E on the end? Don't they do that in
Shite.
Ireland? Yeah. Isn't that an Ireland thing?
I think that is an English accent kind of
Or is
thing.
that Scottish?
Well, now we can't be clean in England.
I don't know.
Can I
But-
say
well,
Shiza?
That's
Sure.
Now we
sure.
can't be
it-
clean in Germany.
Yeah. Great.
Well, isn't that just dancing around the rules?
Well, if I say shat,
Yeah.
it's just past tense.
Yeah.
Should
So
we just
I'm okay.
remove the clean moniker altogether and
If
say
I
whatever
say,
we
if
want?
I
Do it.
say,
No.
nope.
He says some people consider it a curse word, others don't, and he falls into the don't category. So
Okay. I feel like it's completely contextual, though.
it definitely,
Yeah, like when you pick it. Oh,
It's
not.
It's
I see.
you know
You don't touch
it's
it. I
not
see.
really contextual. I'm gonna disagree with that because either the word is offensive or it is not. It doesn't matter if you're.
I guess you're right. If you were to say, like, a donkey is an ass,
Yeah.
that's contextual. I get what you're... Yeah,
See,
you're
my
right.
father has said that word so many times in my life. It doesn't feel like a curse word at all.
I think maybe that's more
No,
what
the
I'm
S
going
word.
for.
Oh,
Yeah.
your dad?
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard your dad say
He
that.
is a potty mouth.
Good to know.
So much potty in that mouth.
And then he also sent a picture of the internals of his machine, his rig, gaming rig. Looks pretty good. He went with a white NZST Phantom case, and his cable management is above average. Well done there. It's actually quite a bit above average. And it's got a Asus Sabertooth Z170 motherboard. Good choice. 480 gig SSD. Intel Core i7-6700K, the latest from Intel. Well done. 32 gigabytes of 3200 megahertz Corsair Vengeance RAM. That's very fast RAM. Yeah. And
Looks
then
good.
the MSI GTX 980 Ti graphics card, which is very nice, and it is a water-cooled edition. So, what do you...
I turned to look
weird.
at them and I didn't understand what was happening.
It's hot in here.
It is a little warm in here.
Yeah.
I got the fan on. Anyway, well done. That's a good-looking computer. I love the water cool action on the CPU and the GPU. They are separate cooler. They're not one cooling system together. They're two separate cooling
Oh, that's neat.
devices, which is good. I did that for a while with some 670s back in the day. I did some water cooling on them, some aftermarket, and that worked great. I loved it. So well done.
Did you overclock it after you
I
water-cooled it?
tried overclocking the graphics cards. I can never get them stable. And then he mentioned here he has not overclocked his 980 Ti because you don't really need to. It's
Right.
It's a beast in and of itself. Good job, Chris. Well done. Thanks for writing in.
Now, he's the one from Ireland, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
I mean,
Ireland.
Where's the redheaded girl from in Game of Thrones?
which
Is she
one?
Ireland or Scotland?
There's
Jon
Westeros.
Snow's girlfriend,
Egret.
Ygritte.
In
real life.
she is. Oh, in real life, I was going to say she comes from the north beyond the wall.
Well, yeah,
I don't know where she's from in real life.
because wherever she's from, if you're from there,
Wait, is that the girl that's Jean Grey?
jealous man.
No, that's
Oh.
Sansa. I can't remember her real name.
I don't really find Sansa attractive, like at all. Not even
Whoa.
a little bit at first.
Well, it's
What
not-
season of Game of Thrones are you in?
Annie,
Because she
Well-
was like 15 when it started.
then the later ones. and
boy.
in X-Men Apocalypse, which, by the way, we
Jean
got to
Grey.
talk about that a little bit. Like, that,
Aberdeen, Scotland.
not...
That,
saying.
that movie was
Oh,
disappointing.
That's
It
where
was
she's from.
so
It
disappointing.
could have been so much more.
It's like Terminator Salvation. Like, they had so much potential to make a great movie,
They pooped on that.
and it's just like,
Apocalypse was my favorite villain in the cartoon,
right?
and he was the lamest villain out of all the
Which
movies.
is kind of a huge bummer because the actor that played him is such a
I
good
know.
actor.
Yeah, Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac.
Isaacson, not the author.
Wild. Isaacson? Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac
Isaac.
Wilde.
Oscar Isaacson Wild.
We know what we're talking about.
We're
Anyway.
legit.
This is a Gadget podcast.
Yeah. Back to the gadgets. Do we have any more emails?
Nope, that's it.
I think we're good. Okay.
Email us at thegadgetspotcast@gmail.com.
Yep, the Gadgets Podcast. Or you can hit us up on Facebook or Twitter. Okay. Next step is we're going to review the new flavor of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Doesn't get much geekier and much gamier than that.
I'm gonna.
We're all
And-
about the games.
A disclaimer, I normally don't drink soda, and so I normally don't have caffeine either. I'm not opposed to it. I just normally don't have it.
I'm
so
super glad that you don't do CrossFit as well.
you will witness me go crazy by the end of this podcast.
Yeah, I've
just turn his
I've
mic
sworn
off.
off caffeine and soda for it's been 23 days now.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be.
Okay, wait, before we drink it. This is
I'm gonna give it a sniff.
yeah, give it a little sniff. The flavor is called Mango
Smells like
Heat.
pineapple.
And it is the new edition of Game Fuel. It's got the Titanfall 2 crossover promotion going on.
Anybody want to have a chugging contest with
Really
me while we do
cool.
this?
No.
Gosh
Really,
dang it.
it's got a really cool orange can.
So is this one of the flavors of the month, though? Are they gonna?
This will be
Are they
temporary.
gonna? Okay,
It's temporary.
Yeah.
Game
They-
Fuel.
It is a
Yeah.
flavor of the month.
That's what I'm saying.
Get
Like,
it?
is it gonna be like what they're gonna permanently
No,
add it? They
it'll
won't.
be temp. So Mango Heat. Here we go. Taste of the action.
It's not hot at all.
I don't know where the
There's
word.
no-
Where's the heat coming
there's
I
from?
don't
no
know
heat.
where the word heat came from.
Yep, it's not spicy. There's no heat. It's
Maybe-
actually pretty
may-
cold.
Maybe there's heat coming out.
Nope.
No.
Maybe it's an after
Nom, nom,
effect,
nom,
like
nom, nom, nom.
in a couple hours. Like sugar-free gummy bears.
That's
you-
what I said.
I can taste the.
It's too sweet.
I can taste the mango. Definitely.
These
But
all
it
just
is-
taste like Smarties. Game Fuel has always tasted like
Yeah.
crushed Smarties
That's-
since they started doing it.
That's what I was gonna say. It tastes like mango candy.
Yeah.
Like something that wants to taste like mango, but has a little too much sugar to actually taste like mango.
Yeah, there's no way that this would turn into a permanent flavor.
No.
Nope.
I'm gonna give it 6.5 out of 10.
I'd give it like a 4 or 5 out of 10.
I'll give it a 3.
Really? Same. I give it a 6. It's above average.
It's not bad.
I've had worse.
Yeah, but this is the first soda that you've had in a while.
touche.
I mean,
I should probably
not
give this
really
an 11.
coming off of a lot of.
I should give this an 11, but
Best soda ever, says Owen.
and to be fair, you're also eating the what is that?
that's
Jelly
the
beans
that's the
and
I've got to really augment my palate. I've got some sour warhead jelly beans and some dried young coconut. So yeah, it's almost like a party in my mouth.
And maybe we should give a reference point. What's a perfect 10 soda for you guys?
Perfect 10 soda for me would be Mountain Dew Voltage, the blue one.
the blue one.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Owen, Jarron?
I'm an old school. Mine is just Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew
Straight
is my
up.
number 2.
Yeah,
I love it.
with a close second with the one they have at 7-Eleven for the fruit punch Mountain Dew.
Solar
The
Flare.
Solar Flare.
That one's good.
And just to put a reference, we're not. I mean, this isn't just in Mountain Dew. This is
No,
all
but-
No,
soda.
This
But
is
I- yeah.
I am a Mountain Dew guy.
Okay,
I mean,
I love Mountain Dew.
Jaron.
So,
I don't drink soda.
no, I do when it's
My
good.
favorite soda's water.
So there's this.
Soda water.
You want to?
there it is. The Jarron Rage. That hasn't come out in weeks.
I know.
The Jarron Rage hasn't come out in
It's
weeks.
been a little while. Okay, Jarron, what's your favorite
But now he just
soda?
took in the mouthful and he's going to go nuts.
By the end of this podcast, I want to be wired. All right.
I'm gonna be right.
Okay.
Hey, so my favorite soda is this. It's this company. It's this brand called Maine Root.
Oh yeah.
They
that-
make
yeah, right.
delicious cream soda.
That's really good.
Oh man, that's my favorite. I like the sugary, burnt sugar, root
Yeah.
beer type of stuff.
Nice.
I forgot about non mainstream sodas. There's a soda you can't get in America. It's probably my number one favorite. It's called Tropical. It's in Central America and it's a banana soda. Oh man. Wow. It's so good.
Nah.
But since I can't get that here, my number one is Voltage.
But you can get Main Root at a restaurant called Chiku and American Fork.
I've never seen it anywhere
Delicious.
else. Have
Yeah,
you?
neither have I. I haven't.
And mine is obviously the Pina Colada Rockstar. I'm a die-hard Pina Colada Rockstar guy. I'm even going to get Pina Colada Rockstar in our vending machines at my work.
You have that much sway, or do you just?
He's going to put it
or
in
do you just?
himself.
Honestly,
you just write the check.
It
You
was
just-
me complaining
Oh.
so much
I
that they
see.
finally did it.
I see.
Does your wife know you like pina coladas?
No. We gotta-
So maybe like 20 years from now, you both write ads in a newspaper saying that you're looking for someone who likes pina coladas, and then you'll find each other.
is this the start to a good rom-com?
No.
Or maybe like
It's the stupid pina
maybe-
colada
an
song.
old song.
maybe you find another. Maybe you find like a lost family member or something.
Maybe.
Like
Okay.
pina colada loving man seeks family.
Whoa.
We got to keep rolling. We gotta
Update.
keep
All
rolling.
inclusive.
Soda update. I kind of got this weird tinge of hate in my brain. Is that normal?
That's not the soda.
Okay.
That's just you.
And this is where I tune out.
Okay, now we're not getting to this as fast as I hoped we would because I wanted to devote the first half of this episode to
Hurry,
the
Tony, go!
great experience that we had last week at the Void.
We
Oh,
went
man.
to the void.
It
3/4
worked.
of us went to the void.
It was awesome.
We've
So-
arrived, ladies and gentlemen, as a podcast. We have arrived.
It was magical.
Okay, so we finally got in touch with the Void and made after a few false starts they made it happen. We got to go to their facility in Linden, Utah.
Should we
And-
explain what the void is?
I've never driven down Geneva Road, by the way.
No?
I've never been out there. It was very confusing for me.
You keep
It looks
your
like a
doors
warehouse. It looked like a warehouse district,
It's
and
like-
then you hit their facility, and you're like, oh, well, this isn't so
It goes
scary.
from like an industrial
Yeah,
sector
yeah.
to
To
a
like-
couple of warehouses.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place.
So anyway, the Void is what you could say is maybe the next step in the evolution of virtual reality and theme park integration.
Yeah,
It's
So,
a virtual reality theme park.
That's what I'm saying right there.
and and what they're doing now is kind of like they have big plans.
Yeah, they
That
have. We interviewed one of their PR representatives, Whitney. I don't know if she's their only PR representative or not. Very, very, very neat experience. Oh, and your battery just fell out of your laptop.
My battery just fell out. I'm like, oh, my screen just went to sleep. My computer's like, no, I quit. And the battery latch was undone, and just the battery's off. I'm like, oh,
Your
What?
computer just rage quit on
yep,
you.
it's done.
I'm out.
Let me just put that back in. Hold.
What the hell?
Oh,
Finagle that back and just unlock that. There we go.
you can do it, Owen.
I got it mostly.
Okay.
It's back in. It's back in.
I can't
Everybody.
believe that just happened.
I can't either. I slid my computer just a little bit forward, and it decided that was it. Now I have to boot it up. Anyway, continue.
Back to the Void.
Sorry.
I forgot where I was at anyway.
You talked to the PR person.
Oh yeah. So if I can get that audio to sound good, that I recorded on my phone because I was stupid and forgot to take my handheld recorder.
That's another reason why I should have come to this. Is I have the perfect recorder for doing this kind of stuff.
Well, you should have come
you
then.
Should
Yep.
have.
I tried really hard
To
to
what?
get you there.
Oh,
To the void.
The kind of eye contact that you were making with me right there
was
makes me like wonder, like, did I miss something? All right.
so it was a really neat interview because she let us know kind of what their roadmap is, their history a little bit, what their company's founder did before the Void. They have an actual open to the public facility in Times Square right now in New York.
Yeah. So it's what's the wax museum out there?
Madame Tussauds,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So you can upgrade your ticket to that place and
Go through their museum,
go through their
and then go through the Void.
yeah, go through the void.
And she said that they had just hit 20,000
Yep.
people have gone through it now, so that's a pretty significant milestone.
And they plan on opening up a Void Experience Center in
Yep.
Utah, probably. Well, she said next year, but they haven't broken ground yet. So at the earliest, it'll be end of next year.
Are we
probably.
going to get a special invite to that?
Well,
We'll keep
I
in
don't
touch
know,
with her.
Whitney. Are we?
She's not listening to this.
I know. So anyway, we did an interview with her for a little while, and then we got to actually go through the Ghostbusters experience because they have
Which Ghostbusters are we talking about?
So it's generic Ghostbuster avatar. But what do you mean, which Ghostbusters?
Well, I'm just
You
saying.
don't go
like,
through a movie, no. That
No,
it's
no,
like
no.
your
It's-
own. It's a new, unique.
new story.
Oh, okay.
The experience itself lasted about 9 minutes.
Yeah.
After you gear up,
And this is the
So
demo.
it's not very long.
It will be
'cause-
longer.
Yeah, because
it'll
it's
be
just
longer.
a demo.
Yep.
Did it feel like 9 minutes, or did it go by so fast?
It went
that
by
you guys-
It
fast.
went by way
Really
fast because
fast.
it's action packed.
It felt like 2 minutes to me.
So, was there anything else I wanted to hit on? We talked about the VEC.
Well, did you guys?
Let's talk about the technology behind
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
You
so
asked
let's-
about the hardware.
So yeah, let's talk about the technology. It is actually you wear a vest, and there's a backpack built into the vest, and that houses a computer.
It's a haptic vest.
So is it
was
kind of
pretty
like
cool.
laser tagging a little bit?
It feels
Kinda.
a little bit like really high-end laser tag
Yeah.
when you put it on, but like way high-end compared to
Was
any
there
laser
any,
tag
like-
you've
The,
done.
the
Like-
backpack wasn't that heavy
It's
either.
not that heavy. It
Yeah.
runs on a battery. So I guess you could say I would assume. Did she say what CPU it was?
Core i7, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there any
So-
kind of like haptic feedback? when
Yeah,
you-
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
was.
Oh, no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So when Jarron
We'll
shot
get-
me,
we'll get to that.
Of course I shot you.
They were using the GPU they were using was a NVIDIA 980, and she said that they have 1080s on order that they're going to swap out,
Right.
so they're going to be able to increase the visual fidelity further still with that GPU upgrade. Each battery lasted about 40 minutes, she said.
she said about 3 times through the thing. So
Yeah.
The headset itself is a modified Oculus Rift.
Yep.
It feels heavier than the Oculus Rift to me, but it's more comfortable. The Oculus Rift is like it really straps around your head and kind of pulls on your.
So
And really quick, since we're talking about the headset, how do you feel like the peripheral was?
peripheral was, in my opinion, it was all right, not great, but that's just how
just
VR is
that's
today.
the state of
because
VR.
the only reference point that I have is the Samsung phone
Yeah.
VR headset. It's cool because it's like right in front of you. You can like look around, but the problem is like you run into like you have big old black bars. Like I can't 100% be immersed in this world if I don't have the peripheral.
This one was pretty good.
The amount of things that happen that draw your attention away make you forget about the black bars.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
for sure. And so, speaking of the headset, Owen and I wear glasses.
Yeah.
How did yours work with your glasses?
So I kept mine on just for that. You took yours off. But I kept mine on, and it was a little tight. Like, it felt a little pinchy. I had to adjust it a little bit, but it's definitely made for it. So if you finagle it just a little, I didn't have any problem. Like, I didn't end up feeling, if I kept it on for a really long time, like much longer than we were in there, then I probably would, it may have started chafing a little bit. But
So to be clear, this is not the final product.
no.
Right.
This is not the final product. So
Eventually, will it get to the point that if you know what your prescription is, can you just have them put that in? Is that possible?
She didn't
I don't
say
know.
anything about that.
yeah,
but-
they did say that, when you put on the headset, you could adjust it to get it to focus right. So maybe
cool.
if you move it, you
The-
can get it to go right.
The thing that would be hard about doing that is a lot of people have different prescriptions on each eye.
in each eye.
Like
So they'd have to have,
I do definitely.
they'd
I-
have to have different they'd have to have the lenses move independently.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure it's possible if they want to build that in the future. But anyway, so I ended up taking my glasses off because I have really wide frames, and they would actually not fit into the
Oh right.
Oculus thing. So I tried to put them on over the glasses, and it just jammed my glasses into my nose.
It was
And it was uncomfortable. So I took it off. My vision is actually not super terrible with both eyes open. My left eye is really bad by itself, and my right eye is almost normal. So with no glasses, I'm okay, and it worked out fine for the
cool.
experience.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you have really wide glasses, really wide frames, you're gonna have to take them off for
Wear
sure.
contacts.
Wear
Wear contacts
yeah.
or go glasses free like I did.
Do you not wear contacts?
No. I actually looked into contacts the other day when I went to the eye doctor for the first time in 5 years. And he's like, well, we can get you set up on contacts, but we have to do a couple more tests on your eyes. And then for the fitting of the contacts, we give you a prescription. You go try it out for a week, come back, we check the fitting. And then you have to do that like 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
now to get contacts. And I
Yep.
said, never mind, not worth it. I'm just doing glasses still.
Which
Yep.
is weird to me. Like I loved not wearing glasses.
I
Eh.
I
hate
never
glasses.
since I have a astigmatism, I
Yeah.
never get the right size of contacts. Like
Well,
it's
that's the
always worse than my glasses.
And that was the other thing you were saying. I have an astigmatism on one of my eyes, but it's just barely to the point where they would need the special contacts
yeah,
for it.
it sucks. They suck.
And you have to keep those positioned in the right.
Well, they have a weight, so they automatically
They
fall
try
to that.
to fall to that.
But it feels, from what I've talked about with other people that get to normally wear contacts, which I envy, they suck to your. These ones, mine suck to your eyeball.
Whoa.
Like, so like I get about 4 hours before my eyes are like, please free me. Like
All right.
you see veins.
Let me out.
Anyway,
All right.
Okay. So enough about contacts.
I love
yeah.
these tangents.
And they give us guns too.
yeah,
And-
the guns
yeah.
are
How
pretty
big
cool.
was the gun?
Like
so it's kind of like
You know, it's
uh,
almost
was
good that I
large.
wasn't there. I got a bunch of questions for
it's
you
about
guys.
like a P90.
yeah, that I would say that's the closest. Maybe
It was almost
double
it looked,
double the height of a
It
P90.
looked like a P90.
yeah,
even, kind of.
like
So
just-
how weighted was it? Weighted? At
yeah,
all?
yeah. It was.
Yep.
It had heft.
Okay, because I've been to some like high end like laser places where it gives you like haptic feedback when you shoot. Was it like that?
yeah,
I don't-
these ones, yeah, they
There was
show.
haptic feedback?
Rumble a
Yeah,
little bit?
it was rumble. It wasn't like the old Time Crisis games where you had the kickback.
kick-
Well, I
Right.
mean, it
But-
was Ghostbusters though, where
Yeah,
it's like
so
there's a constant stream.
It's
so
supposed to be
Yeah.
more of a rumble for
Oh,
sure.
cool.
So, trivia question: what does the void stand for?
The void in your life that you need to go to do something like
No,
this?
I actually. So I didn't realize this. I kept trying to remember it during the interview to ask her about vision of infinite dimension.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, dimensions. Sorry, tangent.
wow.
Tangent.
No idea.
It's an
So,
it's an acronym.
So you get all suited up, and when you get there, you create your own gamer tag. So created
Yeah.
a gamer tag.
So what did you guys go with your Xbox One or did you just
I
do
went
a
with
new
my
one?
Twitter handle.
I went with my Twitter
handle, and I managed to offend all the women in that room.
Yes, he sure did.
Yeah.
Because when you choose your avatar, there's 2 guys and 2 girls. Each one has a different color vest.
Yeah, that's right.
And Owen went first and took the man avatar with
Completely on accident. That just
with
happened.
a green stripe.
I got green stripe guy.
And then Jarron went next, and he looks at him. He says, "All right, guys, I'll take one for the team and be a girl."
Seriously?
Yeah,
And
it wasn't that bad.
And we had 2 girls helping us right there. The technician that helped us get ready for the event to go into the experience was a girl, and I'm sorry I forgot her name. And Whitney was also there. And
And I was like, no.
It was pretty cool though the way you create the avatar. Like you sign, you'll get to that stays. Like I can go to thevoid.com and sign in and look at my
Yeah.
avatar now, and you can see what you've done.
That
you can
becomes-
modify it.
Here, sign
and-
in. I want to see what it looks like.
That becomes your gamer tag and everything for when you return and do other trips. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, it sets you
That's
up
way cool.
in the ecosystem. So we got all that done and load and geared up, and we headed into the arena, I guess you could call it, or
How big was the
Yeah.
room?
so.
It's hard to tell because we were in VR the whole time.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I calculated it was about 20 feet by about 15 feet, like almost.
Okay.
and we went into 3 different rooms.
Yeah.
like
No.
this was
Like
We-
individually,
we did it.
or
we did an L, so we did 2 rooms, and then you come back in.
and there was
the same
physical
door.
walls in this place.
Yeah.
Like
right?
we go in through a door.
Yeah, so
we
like
go this way,
if there's a
and
door
come
in
back.
virtual reality, there's a door in real life.
And
If
this is-
there's a
this
ledge
is-
in VR, there's a ledge in real life.
you can
Oh,
reach
for
out and
real? Yeah.
touch it as well as see it in virtual reality. That blew my mind. I'm such a graphics geek. This is what blew my mind the most. Not the most, but one of the most blowing mind things was when I got to the door to open the door to go through. It moved exactly the same amount that I moved my hand with it.
Yeah, it
For
was
real.
Yeah, it was a 1-to-1 movement.
Okay,
Yeah.
really quick side note. Is there a way that we can go and do this again, or is this just media?
Right now, it's only media.
Once it's
Yeah.
open, yeah.
yeah,
Or you can go to New York and go through the wax museum and
fly
do
out
it.
to New York.
But yeah, so at one point you like walk onto this raptor thing, and I was the first one on it.
It was
like,
a scaffolding.
yeah,
Yeah.
scaffolding.
like what skyscraper window washers use.
Yeah, so I walk onto it and like,
What?
oh, that's kind of cool. I was looking down, seeing through the wood slats, and suddenly it started
It
moving.
freaking moved.
Moves.
Yeah,
I'll
it-
tell you at that point that this is what my hands did. I pulled my visor up. I wasn't gonna fall.
For real?
I
It was
it was-
crazy.
yeah.
So
what
I-
did it look like
so,
when you pulled your
so
visor
when I
up?
pulled my visor up for a second, they were just staring at us. because they get to watch all these people go through. I
Yeah.
guess it's pretty funny.
The two girls were in there with
Just
us, watching
watching.
us go through.
Just watching us.
So the
And
thing
Aaron,
that, like,
I've never seen Jarron yell so much
Yeah.
when we were going through this.
So like at one point we were shooting some ghosts and like all our beams started to cross, so I yelled out, "Our beams are crossing!" And that must have been really hilarious to the
Yeah.
girls watching
If you
us.
can-
'Cause
yeah,
just out of
exactly.
nowhere
were
I
you
just
wearing,
yelled at.
like headphones
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
well?
headphones.
So the headphones are all linked, and you could talk to each other. You hear each other in your
Wait,
head.
so when you took off your VR headset and you looked down at the thing that was shaking, what were you
I
standing
did not.
on?
So I did not look down. I just made sure that I wasn't up by
You
a ledge.
didn't
I
look
didn't.
down?
So I pulled it up. I pulled it up, and it literally went like this. Up for 1 second. She was staring at me, and I went, "Oh crap!" And so I just saw enough to know that I
cool,
was
I'm
still
cool.
in the same room, basically.
Puts it
Where
down.
else would
I'm
you
cool.
be?
Look, I don't know. Okay, it's VR, dude.
Yeah, dude. So after that, you go into this other room. This ghost starts throwing things on top of you, and
You get in an elevator.
Well, yeah,
You
before
forgot
that.
it.
But when they're throwing things on top of your head, it feels like it's about
is
to
it
hit you.
air bursts and stuff?
Yeah,
that
they
are going
do.
on?
They do
Yeah.
air bursts and the haptic feedback on the vest.
Yeah.
So
When
if you get
when
hit,
Slimer came through and slimed it, we got water. I got wet.
yeah,
Yeah.
they missed you
They missed
and
you.
blow and do air compress blow at
When,
you. So
when you walk outside in VR, it feels like you're walking outside because like the
It was
air
cooler,
the air
yeah.
changes. It
What?
kind of starts blowing at you.
No way.
It's
So you guys
crazy.
really lost yourself in this
yeah,
thing, right?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
How much would you guys pay to do that? Honestly.
I
20
don't know.
bucks.
Yeah, 20
Yeah.
bucks probably. I mean, because
Well, for
because
that-
there's it's still a little bit under development. Like
So, yeah.
the graphics of it. Sometimes Jarron, because he's shorter,
Yeah, so
eventually his arm would just shoot up like disco. So
I'm
to
more
stand there.
efficient with my body weight.
I don't think that's what it is.
Yes.
So to explain that a little further, you can see each other's avatars, and there
In
are
real time.
In
real
real
time.
That's pretty
and
cool.
Jarron was a girl.
and there are
You better
there were-
believe I was. I was the best girl you could ever
the
see.
way they have it set up is they have laser
It's above you, like motion
lasers
sensor.
in each room that measure where you're at, what you're doing, so that you can interact with
Yeah.
the virtual world. I mean, it's to the point where if you said something and looked at someone else, you'd see their avatar, and if they
Yep.
nod at you, you see the avatar nod.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Really?
yeah, it was
And
pretty
then
dope.
we got into the first room, and I noticed they encourage you to play with stuff you see. Now, some of the stuff
Wait, so what were you holding? Do you have
you have
gloves
your gun.
on?
No gloves.
No gloves.
Gun.
That's what
So-
sucked.
Does it look like the HTC Vive?
No, the gun. It's a gun.
It's a
Oh,
gun.
so
It's
so
like-
you have to pick stuff up with your gun?
So if it's on the wall, like if it's a decoration like a plate or something like that on the shelf on the wall,
I used the gun
you
to
can
knock
use
the
the
bowling
gun
ball
to
off.
knock stuff off.
Oh, for real?
But if you
can't
see,
touch it, though.
Yeah,
did you
so
did you
can't
feel any
it.
feedback if you were to knock stuff off?
No,
Not yet.
I didn't feel
No.
anything.
Okay.
But if there's something like a sink or a door in the room, you can walk over and put your hand in, and it's a sink or a door.
Really?
Yeah.
You picked up a thing.
So,
So
in
did
there,
you find any
PKE meter.
So,
Yeah.
in there, sitting there on the TV in the VR room was a PKE meter. You know what that is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I look at that and I was like, "What the heck is
It
that?"
measures like the ectoplasm
Yeah.
or something.
So I walk over and I reach for it, just like I'm reaching for it in real life, and I grab onto it and pick it up, and
Wait,
it's in
with
my
your-
hand.
with your hand?
With my hand.
What?
Yeah, it was amazing. And so all of a sudden, I got a PKE meter that I just took with me for the rest of the experience.
And I was
okay,
so
well-
jealous of you. And at one point, it looked like the PKE meter was in
took
his
it, bro.
was in his avatar's pocket. So I'm like, oh, it's in his pocket. I want to take that. So I took it from him, but turns out he was
I was
holding
it
it.
was
still
so
holding
funny.
He was
like,
holding
in
it
the-
just lower.
In real life, it looked like this. Like Jarron reached out and like grabbed it and pulled, and Tony did no, and then like okay, and like let it go. Like I could just imagine what that exchange looked like to the people watching. But if you reached out your hand, did you actually see your hand? Because when I reached out my
no.
hand, I didn't see it.
Just
That
the-
was the
just
one
the
thing.
gun.
That was the one thing that threw me. Is that when I was like, "Oh, can I reach out and touch that stuff on the wall?" You had to
Yeah.
use the gun to swipe.
And
So-
then at the very end, you fight the Marshmallow Man, the Stay Puft Marshmallow
Puft.
Man. When you
defeat him,
when you defeat him, it smells like burnt marshmallow.
yeah,
Yeah.
they pump
in
marshmallow.
marshmallow smell.
And like when it happened, it was just totally natural. I'm like, huh, that's interesting.
like, I
and then,
smell
then-
marshmallow.
And then
Yeah.
someone said, I smell marshmallow. Like, you're right. I do smell
Yeah.
marshmallow.
So
it was crazy.
It is crazy. The amount of immersiveness in this is just—it's beyond comparison by far.
Yeah.
The one they've obviously got a few bugs to work out, which is why it's still in beta.
Yeah.
and they're working on that stuff. They use the Unity engine to develop in.
So the graphics are not the best.
So there's other graphic engines out there that are better looking, but also maybe more difficult to develop for. but Unity, they're doing a good job with that. So the interesting thing about that is the immersiveness is off the scale, but it still feels like you're looking at a video game.
So here's
you're in the video game.
So here's the thing.
Like,
The
it's
last
crazy.
time I was blown away by technology was when I got the Phantom 3.
The drone.
The drone. And I was flying it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I am watching in real time on my iPad, like what my drone is seeing, like going around, recording. Like my mind was just like blown. I'm like, I live in the future.
Yeah.
Did you guys get that feeling?
Yes.
When doing this?
100%.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, you guys are really technologically advanced, like more so than a lot of my other friends. So, like, you guys got blown away by this.
Oh yeah.
100% blown away.
So I tried the Oculus Rift months ago. I was not impressed with that. This was the complete opposite. It was amazing.
So I've been a Star Trek fan most of my life. You could see it is the first steps toward
A holodeck?
Being completely untethered. I mean, minus the backpack, which was cool. When you looked at the avatar, it looked like
It looked like you were wearing a proton pack.
A proton pack.
And I am so incredibly jealous of you guys right now.
But the other thing was that I am like motion sick. I can't do any of the other VR headsets because
What other VR headsets have you tried?
I've tried the just the Android, like what's that VR one they just have for Android?
Gear
yeah,
VR?
Yep, that's the one.
And then you've done Oculus, right?
I've done Oculus and PSVR, which I will talk about after this.
And what have you done?
Just the Gear VR.
Did any of those make you motion sick?
I don't get motion sick
So I
very
get.
easily.
I'm pretty bad about it. So one of the great things about the Void is that you're moving. I mean, there's a lot of trust involved. First
Yeah.
of all, like I wanted to put my hands out and not run into a wall, but I just was like, I have to trust that they're going to do this. I'm gonna go for it.
Well, and they're watching you,
The
too.
thing is,
Yeah.
I thought I would have that problem too, being able to trust it. But once I got into it, it just felt natural.
It makes-
I was not afraid running into a wall.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Like that was
Yeah.
the crazy thing. It's like I thought maybe it's because I played a lot of first-person shooters that I just trust
Yeah,
graphics now.
Yeah, why not?
But yeah, I didn't think twice. After the second step, it was just like I'm walking around in this
Yeah.
apartment.
The most jarring thing was at the very end. You go to the room you started out in. You take off the visor, and you're back to reality.
Yeah,
that was
Yeah.
crazy.
Back to the same. So it's like
Was
you
it
make a
super
U.
disappointing for you?
It was.
Yeah.
It's like,
You
oh,
go,
I'm
wait,
back.
You realize you only went about 10 feet,
Yeah.
15 feet.
But the way that
10
they laid
feet.
it out, it probably felt like you went a
Oh, totally.
lot.
It
Well,
felt-
the
it felt
scenery,
natural.
the scenery was like expansive. Like I shot my gun across the street, knocked a sign down, and
He
a whole
knocked
bunch
the
of
billboard off the.
down,
real?
down on the cop cars below. I was burning up the walls and shooting the buildings across the. Like I was a poor Ghostbuster. but-
when you go up,
I think that makes you a good Ghostbuster
Yeah.
if you've seen the movies.
That's right.
when you go up the elevator, it kind of felt like Hollywood Tower of Terror to me.
Yeah.
It feels like you go up a lot.
Yeah.
And it actually feels like you're going up an
How do
elevator.
they make you do that? Are you actually in something that lifts you up? Or are you in
I bet it just shakes you a
Yeah.
little bit, and then you have the haptic feedback on the vests and whatnot.
Yep.
But,
But I didn't get motion sick. Like,
Did you guys take any
at all.
pictures or anything while you were there?
We got some.
Just
we got
from the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not inside.
Gosh dang
There's
it.
nothing to record on the inside.
Probably the biggest issue I saw was clipping. They had a lot of issues where like your arm would disappear into the
Yeah.
avatar.
That happened a lot.
But that'll be worked out. in
Yeah,
time.
Yeah,
those
that's
are all
all
bugs.
technical stuff.
Those are all kind of bugs you see on any game that's in this beta development.
But they nailed the big stuff.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Yeah, they did.
100%. Like I honestly, I walked away thinking the future is now, and it's only going to get better.
So how does this now make you feel about like Disneyland, where they have all these like physical
I don't care about that anymore.
objects? Could you just see like a Disneyland where you walk in the front gate, you put on the headset, and then all of a sudden the big like Mickey and Minnie Mouse are like starting to like interact with you?
yeah. So here's
you take
what
it
she
off,
was,
and obviously it's like it's a bunch of gray stuff with grids all over it.
what
but-
she was telling us. Their plan is they're going to have smaller VR setups, like
Stages, right?
stages like what we did, and then they're going to have much larger.
They call that the VEC.
like 120 feet by 120
Yeah,
feet.
much larger rooms where they can do bigger events, bigger stories.
Well, and you wonder what the best part about that is you're not paying for any like physical buildings. You're just paying for the space. You can just have like a programmer
Yep.
program a video game that you live in.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
it is. It is literally mind blowing. It's amazing.
So we did the Ghostbusters one, but they have on the docket the what's that? The serpent.
The
serpent's
Curse
eye.
of the
Curse of the Serpent's Eye.
Something.
Yeah.
eye.
And also, if you go to the void.com and just watch their front page, they've also got another one called Stellar Reach Research Facility. Looks like a way more of a first-person shooter. Got a gun in front
That
of you.
would be fun.
So
Awesome.
It was a lot of
That's
fun
the-
shooting the ghosts with the gun.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
that's the only thing I worry about is like we went pretty slow. Like we kind of meandered through.
Yeah.
Like
We
I did no running. There was no quick movements.
We wrecked that entire apartment in the
Yeah.
first room. Everything that was on the walls was broken.
Yep. I mean, I just basically burned the whole thing down. So, trying to
burn
catch
this mother
trying to
down.
catch the ghosts. I was just like, oh. I just turned. I would have
And-
decapitated both Tony and
Yeah.
Jarron multiple times.
You
with
can
my
shoot
laser.
each other, and
Yeah.
it feels like the haptic feedback gets you in the chest.
Yep.
It's-
It was pretty good. It's going to be really interesting to see where they go with that.
I would say, as honestly, like as far as pre-release stuff goes, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's only going to get better. So
So contrast that to PlayStation VR, which I tried the very next day. My brother got one. My main takeaway is it is surprisingly good VR for the price. The first demo I tried, it's this underwater experience. I
How
think
much did it cost?
it costs $400 if you already have like the PlayStation Eye and Move controllers. Most people don't, so it'd be $500.
so it'd be $5 plus the cost of a PS4, which is $300.
Yeah,
But-
still cheaper
But at
though.
the
than-
same token, yeah, it's
Yeah, that's the
cheaper
thing.
than buying
Com-
a new computer. And
Combined at $800, you're still just at the jumping on point with
Oculus Rift,
or
HTC
Vive,
Vive, yeah.
not including the cost of the computer.
So
Yeah.
the experience I did is this underwater thing. It's called Shark Attack. You go in this. You're in the shark cage. They lower you further and further down in the ocean. You see fish all around. You see a submarine. It was amazing. I'd say it's 50% as awesome as what we saw at the Void, which is pretty awesome. You can walk around in the little shark cage. There is no controllers because it's not a game; it's an experience.
Right.
The graphics were surprisingly really good. I was so impressed that the PlayStation could push that out. That was cool. I tried some other stuff afterwards. I tried Drive Club VR, their racing game. That made me so nauseous and sick.
That's going around the internet as well.
Yeah, so Drive Club, you could totally tell that the PlayStation was having... It couldn't keep up with the graphics because the resolution looked like it was 640 by 480. Heavily anti-aliased, and just the Drive Club experience I would not recommend. But they had some other fun games that I did just find in. I normally don't get motion sick. My main takeaway is if you want VR, get PlayStation VR, because at this point, there's really nothing too amazing out there yet. And PlayStation VR will get you there 90% of the way. Oculus Rift and HTC Vive, of course, would be a better experience, but you're spending so much more money. And
So maybe consider those if you already have a high-end gaming PC.
yeah, and if you're willing to smack down the money, but
Smack it down.
I've never wanted to be a billionaire more than I do right now. Like, can you imagine just having that much money?
You're just sitting here watching clips of the Void on your computer.
So if you go to the Void, if you go to thevoid.com, you look there, main
But, they have
Ghostbusters ones, you
a
can see
simulator.
exactly.
Yeah.
How awesome would it be to the one that we just saw, you're in a fighter jet and whatever.
So I think my main takeaway after this weekend was VR is the best for experiences. I know Whitney said that she kind of likened the Void to a movie theater and in-home VR experiences to like a movie trailer. So they would put out a movie trailer that you could experience with your own VR headset, but if you wanted the real thing, you'd go to the Void and experience it there. And I think I agree with that because the games I played on PlayStation, the game I played on the Oculus Rift, I don't think it was any more fun than just a normal game played on a normal TV.
Right.
It's the experiences, like the Shark Tank thing I did.
Well, it's super immersive, right?
Yeah, the Ghostbusters thing, that was more like you're there, you could actually walk around. It was really cool.
Nice.
Man, whatever.
Yeah, you can see pictures of the gun if you want. On their main
I was
site.
just really looking it
Yeah.
up.
We'll post some pictures that we took of us at the Void.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
just
think-
us being goofy in a...
Well, the other thing
Outside
too
of it.
that I want to do is I want to talk to them, and it not only do I want to go and do this with you guys, But I want to see if there's a possibility of us going there, and then I can actually bring my GH4 and we can get some actual footage of going through, so a lot of people can see
What it looks like.
and see if there's a possibility.
Yeah, they might be a little bit stingy on that yet. They said they're in beast mode, still in development, so they might not have everything protected.
Well, at the same
way it
time,
should
we could
be.
just
If
offer
you
it
can-
out for the future.
If
too.
you can convince them, oh man, I'd be there.
It's really cool to see the rails above with all the motion sensing lasers and
Yeah.
stuff like that track everything. Like I did. I turned to Jarron and I was like, all right, like you could.
Yeah.
It was in real time
It
nodding
was crazy.
He was
like
checking
no-
my
no
avatar.
lag or
no
anything?
lag.
That's-
The lag was almost not noticeable.
It was basically imperceptible.
Okay,
Yeah,
if you
so-
guys are into reading books, it sounds like this is definitely a Ready Player One
Yes.
experience.
Yeah.
Yes. Very
Exactly.
much so.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, let's move on. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Oh man, basically I'm excited to see where it goes, and I will be first in line when they open up.
Oh
for the
yeah,
public.
for sure,
I want to go with you guys.
for sure.
Okay. Next, we're going to talk about.
If I could be Nathan Drake, just for a minute.
Dude,
well,
Oh,
if-
man.
if you could ever get in,
Oh, man.
I'm betting that the Curse of the Serpent's Eye is very similar to
I know.
a Nathan Drake
Right.
type story.
did you guys find the portal to log in and look at your avatar? I don't see it anywhere on their main site.
haven't
I've
even looked.
I looked just now and I can't find it.
I
but
just like to sit and remember the experience.
you can like modify your avatar. They said that maybe there would be the possibility of like buying add-ons to like
Cosmetic add-ons.
cosmetic add-ons to your avatar and
That would
stuff,
be
so you could
cool.
like have a unique experience.
I'd love to make an avatar that looks exactly like me, so I can play as me in the virtual world.
Can you imagine that, like just running through Halo or something, like
Just a 6.5
just
foot
red with a
redhead
beard and a
big
yellow
old beard.
shirt, just like you look right now. Yeah. Yep.
The one thing I don't want to do though is I do not want to play a horror game in one of these things. I'm already scared enough of like the haunted houses. I can't even imagine like.
So PlayStation VR does have a haunted house
Yeah.
experience,
Nope.
Yeah. Yep.
and apparently it's pretty good.
My brother-in-law has a guy who almost ran into his really expensive TV with the Oculus Rift.
Oh, really?
Yep. And because they were playing some super scary thing, and he turned, and there it was, and he ran
Mother
for it.
may I?
Yeah, because it shows on the TV as well, like so other
You're right.
people can see what you're seeing
Yeah.
as you turn. So
I'm not gonna lie. This almost sold me on a PlayStation right now. Does Xbox have any possibility of doing anything like this
So,
in the future?
I read an article that said
definitely.
that the PS VR would work on Xbox One.
It
Yeah.
does.
No,
It-
just-
no, it works,
Just as a display.
but as a display,
Oh, okay.
not as immersive.
what do you mean? Is
virtual reality.
like
There's nothing. There's nothing
Basic-
coded for it.
No,
Like,
you put it on and you have a giant screen in front of you to play the game on.
So
Right.
Sony has done a great job of getting a ton of VR content out there.
Right.
Like there's a lot of really good VR games on Sony right now, and they give you a demo disc, so you can pretty much demo anything that's out there right now, and they give you another package of like demos and games so you could play. They did a good job. I'm really surprised.
Well, at the University Mall, they have a VR store there right now. I walked past it the other day, and you pay it's like $20 for like 10 minutes or something like that, and you put on the headset, and it's like basic games where you have to stand in one place, and there's like spaceships that fly around you or whatever, and you just shoot at them. But it looked pretty cool.
And another thing about the PlayStation VR, it's surprisingly comfortable. It is infinitely more comfortable than the Oculus Rift was, just for me, personal experience. And I thought since it's a lower resolution that I would have noticed it, but I didn't. They might be using better optics than the Rift, but
They
it
might be
looked
using
good.
Blurrier optics,
That's-
so that you don't notice.
Yeah, it might be.
Speaking of that, didn't Google say something about their? Didn't they have a headset that they're doing that they released at this new event they did? It's a phone-in headset, so you
the-
put your phone in there.
Yeah,
but
the
it's-
Daydream.
Yeah, the
Google
Daydream. Yeah,
Yes.
made out of couch material.
So
I don't
that
know.
was-
It's just really. It's supposed to be really comfortable. They're
That
like,
was
we looked
Made
around.
out of
What,
couch
they're
material.
like, we
does
looked
it.
around what people like to touch and feel, and we
Well,
made our headset out of that.
It's like fabric on the outside of it.
Well, have you? Bose has a pair of headphones. You can buy them at like Costco or something, and they were on Prime sale like a year ago. They're like $79, but whatever like Bose uses for their headphones, how it like contours to your skin perfectly. Oh man, if they made
Memory
that,
foam.
Yeah, it's like memory foam. It'd be
Yeah.
amazing. Let's talk about something else. I don't want to talk about VR.
Let's continue on this Android
oh yeah. So the Google
thread
did their
for a little bit
they
because
did their thing again.
yeah, what's it called?
The Pixel phone, or what were you talking about? This is
The
just
conference.
I can't remember. They
It's
just called
just
it the Google
Keynote.
keynote thing. They didn't-
Yeah, that
yeah.
thing. Let's talk about that.
So
Yeah.
I watched it, and I think we all did at some point, and then we were all kind of like, This is boring.
The best part is I didn't even watch it, but I was watching your guys' conversation in real time. It went from like, this is awesome. It's starting. Oh, it's I don't really think this is. Are you guys still watching?
I got work to do. I got to go. Like, yeah.
It was one of the worst Google conferences keynotes
So
I've ever seen.
yeah,
honestly.
so the weird thing is the Pixel. It looks like a cool phone.
Yeah.
but they spent.
It looks like the iPhone.
Yeah, well, it does. And they spent like 10 minutes talking about Google Assistant, which is fine. But when they were
was
talking
all the
about Google
software.
Assistant,
Yeah.
they were just talking about features that have already existed for years.
Yeah.
I'm really hyped up on this caffeine. Am I talking really fast?
a little
Yeah.
bit. A little bit.
Wait, so is the Google Assistant pretty much Cortana or Siri?
So
Yeah,
same
yeah,
kind
it
of
is.
thing. It is definitely more in depth than what you have available
It's
right
a
now.
lot more. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got a lot
but-
more learning ability. It's pretty slick. Like
The way they demoed it, though, they just talked about things that
Yeah.
Google, that Google now already did.
They talked about stuff that they already did in Google I/O
I
months
know.
earlier.
Yeah.
Like, they already did it. They already talked about what it's going to do, and
When
they're just
they-
like, now it does it.
When they
Okay.
finally got around to unveiling the Pixel and the Pixel XL, they spent like 8 minutes
Yeah,
on the
barely
phones and then,
any time.
and then went right back to software stuff.
Yep. Right back to software. Then they jumped out of that, went to the
And
Google
then
Home.
Of those 8 minutes, I think 6 minutes of it was spent on talking about the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The camera's pretty cool. I
yeah.
mean, they did do a cool side by side. So I have kind of the predecessor, the Nexus 6P, right? And they're retiring the Nexus line. The Pixel's going to be their new thing, and there's no laser autofocus or correction on my phone.
Right.
And it really is. I'm not a camera guy, so I was like, whatever. How am I going to be? It's jittery. Like when I try and take a video, it wobbles around quite a bit.
Ever since you quit drinking caffeine.
Well, no.
Probably less since
Yeah.
you quit drinking.
Yeah, it's
caffeine.
been better.
they claim it has a score of 89 on DxOMark,
I
but
thought it was
89 out of
I
what?
thought it was 98.
no, it was 89.
Out of
But that's not the. I don't think that's the best gauge of a
They
good
said-
smartphone camera
Oh, I see.
because the HTC 10 has an 88, and that is not. It's a good camera, but it's not one of the greatest cameras. And so I don't know. Well, if the camera is as good as they say it is, then it looks like a legitimately interesting phone.
They integrated a lot with the hardware as well, like the sensors inside and stuff. So they did a side by side on the release where they had the two cameras on the same mount. And they showed a girl walking. They had the person walking, and then they had a subject walk across the crosswalk. And on the left phone, it was like all over the place, just with the footsteps from normal
Oh,
footfall.
yeah, I remember
And then
this.
it hit theirs, and it was completely stabilized. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
One
Yeah.
weird thing, they have a Snapdragon 821 in there, and pretty much the only difference between an 821 and an 820 is it's overclocked a little bit.
Right.
Yep.
But then they underclocked it. So
Well, what's the point of that?
I don't know.
I wonder.
Overclock it. Now put it back down.
We'll still call it an
821.
821.
Overclock it for marketing, but
Yeah.
underclock it for performance, stability.
But my takeaway from that was it looks like a pretty cool phone, but it's missing two aspects that I really like that I have in my S7 Edge, which is wireless charging
Waterproof.
and waterproof.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's kind of table stakes for
Right?
Yeah.
For nowadays.
Everything
waterproof.
should be waterproof. If they can do it, why not?
Yeah.
Like
like Apple is always late to the game, and even their phone is waterproof now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sad.
I don't know.
And like I said last time, my main beef with it is it looks like an iPhone, which I don't think is a good thing. I wish it would.
I want
look-
something new and individual.
Yeah.
You know?
So they also talked about the new Chromecast Ultra, right?
Yeah.
It does
Ooh.
4K.
4K HDR.
Does Dolby
HDR.
Vision and HDR10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that got us all talking in the group chat we were in about that Mi Box that we
From
Yeah.
Xiaomi.
Xiaomi. put out. And it's about the same price. It's going to be $79 for the new Chromecast, and the Mi Box is way I think it's the same thing with more features, like
So
same
the
price
Mi-
point.
The Mi Box, from what I've read, does everything that Ultra Chromecast does,
Yeah.
except it also does Android TV for apps. and
Exactly.
stuff.
Like you can put more stuff on there.
Yeah.
And the Chinese government's probably spying on you if you get it.
Sure.
But that's more like a feature than a bug.
They're probably
Yeah.
spying on you anyway.
I, for one, welcome our.
The
Dang it, I missed it. How do you do it?
Welcome our
Our
new Chinese overlords.
There we go.
the best part about that is they got to be really bored. When I wonder how many people they're spying on that just watch Netflix all day, just slack jawed and drooling.
And these Americans are terrible. They're boring, lazy.
He's watching Orange is the New Black again?
Well, what's the TV that wants to put a mic in your house? Isn't that the TV they want to listen to what you're saying inside your house now? Like,
The best part is
Samsung.
Yeah, that
yeah,
was a Samsung
yeah, it's
thing.
Samsung, right?
I
It's
don't
like-
even
That's
care.
Korea, though.
Eh.
yeah.
I don't even care. I mean, if it makes advertisements more like user friendly for me, I don't feel like I'm an important enough person to like really care.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't want them to know about my kinky stuff.
Yeah.
Just turn
Jarron.
it
Why
off.
would you not want that? Because they can advertise some stuff you might want to use.
Hey. Guys, I feel really hyped up on this caffeine.
Have you finished the
His
can
face,
yet?
Oh, yeah.
His
Oh,
face
nice.
is quite red. Like
Hey,
he's a little flushed.
Yeah.
His heart rate's
Whoa.
up.
He crushed that can like it was.
Can
a
you guys
can.
crush a
If
can?
you hold out your hand right now, Jarron, is it shaking?
Oh my gosh, it is.
A little bit.
That normally doesn't happen.
Have you guys
So-
ever crushed a can on your forehead?
Nope.
Oh, do it.
Oh, no, I can't.
No.
Oh. That was
No.
a big letdown. man.
Sorry.
So Google also announced their Google Home,
Yep.
Amazon Echo competitor. It looks cool.
I'm really curious, and this was the least important part of it, but I want to know how it sounds.
Yeah.
How the speaker
It's
is
got
on
a
it.
pretty big speaker.
It's got
show.
3
Yeah,
speakers?
3. Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what bums me out about these in-home speakers? It's just so tied to the ecosystem,
Yep.
and I'm starting to hate these ecosystems. I'm feeling bound
competition.
and shackled.
Yeah.
It's like,
Interesting coming from such an Apple fanboy.
I know they have their own ecosystem. Google has their own ecosystem. Amazon has their
Can't
own.
we all just get along?
I know.
It would be nice if they did make them like puzzle pieces. You can be like, I like this over here.
Because like I have Apple Music because
Project
they have a
R.
nice family plan pricing.
Which, by the way, they finally redid their app on the phone, and now it's actually workable.
yeah, it's not bad. And so you can't use that on the Google Home because you have to use Google Play Music or Spotify or something else. So it's frustrating. They also announced Google Wi-Fi. It's kind of like the Eero.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks
Just
kind
a
of cool.
booster, right? Just a boost. I wonder if it's more like distributed Wi-Fi, kind of like. Does it take like on distributed Wi-Fi? It takes bandwidth to run wireless APs. It takes half your bandwidth to run a wireless AP like that.
I don't know.
So I wonder how they got around that. I know that wireless technology has been advancing quite a bit in the last few years with
Yeah.
AC and all that stuff with the new frequencies. So
And they wanted what 180 for 1
And
or
300
300 for 3.
yeah,
Or maybe it was 160 for 1, something like that.
yeah. The Google Home is also supposed to be a multi-room device. So
Wouldn't you need more than one for it to be a multi-room device?
Yes,
Well,
you
that's-
buy more than one
you
for it to be
buy,
multi-room.
that's what I'm saying. Like you buy more than one. Like you put more around your
Oh.
house, and they're supposed to be able to
That sounds
detect.
expensive.
Oh yeah, where you are. So even though the mic for your home in the kitchen is strong enough to pick up where you're in the living room, the one in the living room is they're supposed to communicate in some way that makes them know where you're at.
Interesting.
So
I'm over here.
can you imagine if you're like, hey, I'd like to buy this lingerie, and then it like pipes it upstairs, and your daughter's like up in the upstairs hallway or something, and be like, oh, we found this.
Ordering
Yeah.
lingerie.
So
No.
no,
No.
crazy.
So that was fairly interesting, but man, their keynotes are turning into Apple wannabe keynotes, and I already hate the Apple keynotes. So
Do you know what was an
Right?
awesome
Oh,
keynote?
they're heading in the
recently?
wrong direction.
Didn't we have dancing on this one? We did have dancing.
There was almost.
Yeah, this guy started moving his head to the beat of the music.
Yeah, I
but-
call that.
But then he stopped.
Yeah, dang it.
Do you know what was a cool keynote recently?
What's that?
The Sony keynote. It was like 20 minutes, all product talk.
Yeah,
that was it.
That was pretty cool.
Not bad.
We should have a Gadgetspot keynote.
We have one every 2 weeks.
Oh, we do?
You're on it right now.
The future is now.
I need
Yeah.
I need lasers. Pew pew.
All right. What's the other thing we wanted to hit on? Tile.
We can talk about it now, or we could leave it for 2 weeks. Whatever you want to do.
It now. We're good.
So
I almost bought one of these.
I have a terrible, terrible, terrible problem with how I lose my wallet, my keys, my phone, and basically just
Your
those three
mind.
things, right?
Yeah, buy a tile for your mind.
I don't get the reference. So, my main problem with the tile before was it just showed you the GPS of your
Yeah.
thing. And so 99% of the time when I lose something, it's in my house somewhere, right? And it's like, oh, sweet, it's at my address. And like, okay, that didn't really help. Anywho, they developed the Tile Mate and the Tile Slim. The Tile Mate is the new updated one for your keychain. You guys can see it. It's like an inch by an inch.
I see
yeah.
it.
It's an inch by an inch.
It's
It's
not
a
super
square.
thick. It's it's about the same size as your key, the head to the key, and the slim is how thick do you think that is?
Probably 2 millimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 millimeters. It's about an inch and a half by an inch and a half, and it's meant to go into your wallet. Anywho, so
It's a button.
Yeah. So the
It's a
nice thing
button?
about it is,
If you push the button, it calls the police.
I want
if
to
you
push,
the button, it calls my phone. So if I lose my phone,
How does it do that?
it's a button.
Bluetooth.
Oh.
I didn't know
'Cause-
Apple had those APIs open. Interesting.
Yeah. Anywho, so turn that off.
How?
You know what? I actually haven't done that before.
Tony?
Just push it
You
again.
ring your phone from a tile. Gosh dang it! I get it. I found it.
Hey, you turned it off.
Okay. Anywho, so like, let's say like I lose my key or my wallet. You just go into the app. Boop 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 boop. Just hit the wallet, and then it finds it. You just hit find.
So,
Oh.
So it
How
makes,
far
it
away
makes an audible sound.
does it work?
It works wherever.
Bluetooth range.
Yeah, the
What?
range.
So 90 feet.
But the nice thing about that is
in the best of circumstances.
so how does it work if you leave your wallet at the beach?
it'll show you your GPS.
So how does it check
Well,
in?
that
it
doesn't
doesn't.
do
It doesn't.
GPS.
It's not a SIM card, right?
Huh?
So all the other ones I researched, they basically rely on crowdsourcing, like other users that have Tile.
Yep.
It'll pick up and ping from them, kind of
Yep.
like it piggybacks off of other people. So if it's not a super, the other ones I looked at, if they're not super popular, and nobody else has them,
Well,
useless.
It
It's
updates
useless.
every minute from your phone.
Right.
So as soon as it's separated from your phone, I'll admit, like, you're kind of SOL.
right.
Whatever. Or you're relying on another user.
You piggyback off somebody that walks by and it hits them, and then it goes,
So-
"Oh,
Yeah.
we saw your device here."
The other thing, too, is it
Oh,
has
so
almost like a
yes.
compass feature in the Tile app to where this circle goes gray if you're not close at all to it.
if it's completely out of range.
Yeah, it starts going it's either dotted line or blue if you're getting closer, and then it goes green if you're
Yeah.
super close to it.
Because I almost picked one of these up. I was just gonna like sew it in my kid's backpack or something. You know, like I thought that'd be cool.
That'll teach them.
Like that'd be cool, like to have like the tracking and like in case some sort of
Yeah.
craziness. But it relies so much on crowdsourcing for if they're not around
Yeah.
me.
All right, because there's no way they could pack a
But-
GPS chip in
Yeah,
there.
no way.
But
and
if
you
you're
have
like
to pay for
me,
the service.
And if it's for your wallet or your keys or your phone,
If you're
majority of the time
constantly
it's in your house.
losing it around your house, like in the couch or
I guess.
whatever.
And kind of the main idea I'm getting here is it'll tell you as soon as it's out of range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not close enough to get a signal. Look for your wallet right now.
Yeah.
right.
So there's that. The upsides are I really like them aesthetically. They're nice. The button that you push isn't like a raised button, so it's not going to go off in your pocket.
Right.
The one in the wallet, I mean, you can see my wallet. It's kind of a minimalist wallet. It's not super big, and it fits in there just fine. The downside is it only has a year on the battery,
Ooh, not
and they're about
replaceable.
$25-ish a
Each?
piece.
So
Yeah.
you can't replace
Even
the
for the
battery.
slim and for the
So I bought them
Mate?
in a package, and the Slim is a little bit more expensive. I spent about $115 total on 4 of them.
Yeesh.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, if you think of it, it's like $25 a year for your keys. It's $25 a year for your wallet, just something like that.
They need to make that rechargeable.
Sounds expensive.
They need to make it rechargeable, and they need to make it so you can take out the battery, like
Right.
replace them. So
So what do they do with the used tiles? Do they just throw them away?
I'm
I
sure
would assume that
just
they
crack
open them up in the
open.
factory and then refurbish them.
Yeah.
But I like it. I mean, I'm going to try it out for a year. Who knows? Maybe next year I might not get it, but
Has it helped? Has it helped so far?
Yeah,
Have,
I
have
used
you
it-
lost stuff?
I
And
used it
found
right before I came. I completely lost my keys. I went home to change into my super comfy clothes, my 3/4 sweatpants.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well,
And,
there goes
I
our
lost
clean
my keys.
designation.
That's the third hell this episode. I want you guys
Yeah.
to know. Shame on all
I
of
think
you.
two
I
of
know.
them are
I
from
said
me.
the first
Ugh.
one. Who was
I've
2
done
and 3?
the other
Two
two
for
over
Owen.
here. Sorry. guys.
Woo! So,
Swear 5.
speaking of which, can we go out to get food afterwards together again?
Sure.
At that Hawaiian place?
Yeah.
That place is
Ah, Hawaiian.
What do you-
I've eaten
okay,
there
what do you
so
want?
many
Where'd you
times
guys go?
lately.
Mobetta's?
Yeah. You want to come?
What? Oh, I wish I could. I would eat that all day. No, I have family over, and they're gonna make dinner for us.
Oh, so that's cool.
Family
I
over.
guess.
That
Yeah.
sounds like fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Cool.
Is there anything else we wanted to hit on today?
Just stay tuned. The next
so-
several episodes are going to be awesome.
So we
We
hit
got
on
some cool stuff coming up.
recap. We got we reviewed the Mountain Dew. We talked about the Void for a long time because it was awesome.
Yes.
PSVR. We talked about
Google.
Google's keynote. We talked about Tile. We
Read some emails.
we read some emails. We had less topics this time, but we spent more time on each topic.
I feel
How-
like it's more quality than our average podcast.
yes.
How long have we been recording for?
1 hour and 7 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, yeah, it's not bad at all.
Usually we go like an hour 15.
Hour
20.
10, hour and 15. Anyway,
Guys, I don't know if I can do caffeine.
I think we should feed you another one.
No.
I think next time you should. Oh! There was one more thing I wanted to talk about that we could save till next time. So never mind.
Okay.
Oh, what a teaser.
Teaser? No. Topic?
Well, I
Come
wanted
on.
to do because like you might not need to get in on this, and not saying anything against you guys. I am now the heaviest that I have ever been.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh my god.
And I kind of,
Hey, we all win.
What just happened?
I kind of want to have a contest with you guys.
Oh, every time I go in weight loss contests, I lose.
Last time I did a contest, it was to be on time to work, and I still owe Tony a 12-pack of soda for that.
3 12-packs.
3 12-packs.
I gave you 3 to 1.
Yeah,
If
3
I
to 1.
lost, I was going to buy you. No. You owe me 1. That's right.
That's
'Cause
right.
If I lost, I was going to buy you 3.
You could have just gone for it. I would have
Yeah,
paid you.
yeah.
But I want to do like a weight loss contest with you guys, and I feel like with the help of our listeners, it could really help us out with committing.
So I've already lost like 10 pounds off no soda, so I'm already up. Yeah.
I
Take-
kinda,
No.
Take that.
I want
No.
to challenge you, maybe just you, because
Why not me?
Because I want to do a
you
no
can only
soda
lo-
challenge.
Well, and you can only lose like 2 pounds before you blow away, Jarron. So
Dude, I got a stomach. I got fat up in here.
I don't see it.
I don't
All
see.
right.
Oh, he's
No,
gonna
no.
show you.
Oh, yep. Okay, you're
This
right.
is happening.
Let's
No,
see a
it's-
gluten-free stomach. Here it is. Oh,
Okay.
wow, you are so white.
He's so
He's incredibly
hairless.
wide,
He's like
isn't he?
really hairless.
He's like a hairless mole
It
rat.
really is.
Hairless
That is-
mole
I'm
rat.
like, if I did that, you guys would be like, "Oh, Sarlacc."
Let's see your stomachs,
But
guys.
wait, I kind of want to. Okay, really quick side note. Maybe we should start out nice and easy. I challenge you to a no soda contest.
Whoa!
I
thought you
accept.
said easy.
I accept.
Come on.
I
No,
accept.
No, I'm not going to get you to because you're already off and you're gluten intolerant.
No soda?
Yeah.
He has like.
I want to see
lots of
who
soda.
can go the longest without drinking soda.
I'm sure I could.
Well,
I just don't know
yeah.
if I want to.
Make me a bet.
You're already going to owe me $50.
Well, so?
So I don't need any
So
more money from
let's
you.
do another bet.
I
I'm
take
not-
that bet.
So
It doesn't.
just
It
do
doesn't have to
25.
be.
Do 25.
I'm still up 25 at
You're
the
still
end.
up 25 at the end.
Yeah.
Just throw it down.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Genius.
And the thing is I'm not going to check in on you. It's all the honor system.
Oh, then I would do it for sure and then cheat.
Don't
let me-
divulge your strategy.
let me
Owen.
think
I'm
about
morally corrupt.
Let me think about it, and we'll decide on the next episode.
All right.
I'm in.
That's you
No.
got to think about it, and
Yeah.
we'll decide on the next episode.
But we are going to Mo Bettas after this, right?
Oh, that makes me so sad.
Come on.
Save it for a day during the week when I can go or something.
I can't drive up here during the week.
Yeah,
Anywho.
you can't.
Okay.
Owen lives further away than you do.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, much farther.
Where do you live?
Centerville,
For real?
a long ways away. Galaxy
Yeah.
far, far away.
Jeez, man. I love Centerville. That McDonald's, I used to stop there every Monday.
I hate the water features at that McDonald's. It makes it impossible to order.
I
wanna
must see
slap
this
whoever
McDonald's.
whoever designed that needs to be slapped right in the face.
All right, that's it. We're done.
Hey,
That's it. Owen, take
Hey.
us out.
hey, we really hope you care.
Food!